Hello everyone, dear science lovers. Today, we will talk about the first experts in the field of crypto, especially for virtual trading, who is Alan Turing. Alan Turing, whose father was a civil servant in the Indian colonial administration, was born on June 23, 1912, in London. Alan Turing, who showed signs of high intelligence at a young age, started his education life when he was 6 years old. He stood out especially in the field of digital and managed to attract the attention of his teachers. Therefore, when he was 14 years old, he had difficulties when he entered the most expensive and verbal-oriented private school, Sherborne School. However, he is so fond of his education life that when he could not find transportation due to the general strike, he cycled more than 60 miles to come to his school. He attached great importance to study in science and could solve advanced mathematical problems even when he did not know subjects such as derivatives and integrals. In addition, in his youth, he could criticize Newton's and Einstein's theories mathematically without the support of textbooks. That is why Alan Turing, who was so interested in mathematics and science, could not take shelter in his school, and even the principal of the school said, "If Alan Turing does not give importance to lessons such as ancient Greek and Latin history as per school principles, he wastes his time at this school." He stated that it would be good for Alan Turing to move to a more scientific school. That is why Alan Turing entered Trinity College, Cambridge, on a scholarship. His first important work when he graduated from here was his work called Turing Machines. In this work, he formulated the universal arithmetic-based calculations of Kurt Gödel, who is also an important mathematician. As a result, more practical and faster calculations are provided, just like a machine. It also showed that other complex mathematical calculations could somehow become practical. After his abstract mathematics studies, he was also interested in cryptology and completed the 3 stages of the binary multiplication machine working with electromechanical principles. He also wrote a thesis and earned the title of Doctor of Philosophy from Princeton because of this thesis. While he developed himself in the field of crypto, the country needed a cryptologist as a result of World War II, and Alan Turing undertook the task of cracking German digital passwords for his country. He has even become an Englishman with enough credibility and competence to be responsible for reading encrypted communications in the German Navy. Later, he developed another machine to break the intelligence machines that the Germans called Enigma. This machine, on the other hand, was named Bomb because it was like a virtual bomb. Contemporary cryptanalytic expert Kurt Gödel said of Alan Turing, "Turing's most important contribution, in my opinion, is the design of the cryptanalytic machine bomb." This is based on a logical theorem that seems absurd to the untrained ear, or even the contradictory idea that we are likely to understand everything. He said. With this idea, the amount of bomb machine, which was produced for the first time in 1940, increased to 200 during the war. Alan Turing developed this machine during the war and managed to infiltrate the intelligence of the German forces by finding different techniques. He also worked on the first computer projects and developed tests that show that computers will have intelligence. These tests are commonly known today as the Turing test, and one idea is that if a computer can chat with a human and make them forget that it is a machine, that computer has intelligence. Because if a computer can talk like a human, then that computer can think like a human. After leading many more scientific and mathematical studies academically, Turing unfortunately was wronged. The social pressure of the period is very bad for Turing's choices. Turing is a homosexual and is abused by both the state and civil society. He was imprisoned, even told to be castrated with estrogen supplementation for a year as a condition of release. However, the pressure is still too great. Even in his death there was doubt. Because it was said that his death was caused by the cyanide poison apple, which he ate half. The apple he ate did not even pass the cyanide test in any way. Although his mother said that cyanide was passed to apples due to her sons not using pharmaceuticals orderly, the suspicion among the public that he was killed by the British authorities did not persist. The most important thing is that Alan Turing is remembered with appreciation after his death. Although he lived in an unfortunate period, his contribution to the scientific world was unfortunately understood after his death. Especially since 1966, Turing Awards have been given in the computer field. Today there are blue plaques around his home, where he died, as a tribute to Alan Turing. If he sees that he is now mentioned with so many pages in this world where he went sad, how would he react?